What is up guys, Janardhan here with my very first video, me showing my face, and a video which I always wanted to but I couldn't get a chance, but now I'm getting a chance to review the OnePlus 6, yeah. So I got my hands on my OnePlus 6 thanks to my very good friend who actually bought the phone, but yeah, so he lended it to me for a day to review it. So my first impressions, it's a pretty good phone, as you can see, it's really big, quite cheap. You're getting everything you want, everything you need. I don't know, whatever you guys need. But let's get into the in-depth, yeah?
Along with the phone, you're getting a dash charger and a USB-C to USB-A cable.
Now the most drastic change which I feel the OnePlus 6 has done is basically going for an all-glass design phone in which it uses the Gorilla Glass 5 in front and back of the phone, which makes it a little bit scary when you're holding it and quite slippery, but one drop and you don't have a guard and you're kind of screwed. So be careful guys, be really careful.
It's the first time the OnePlus has gone with an all-glass construction phone of their phones, and it does look nice and allows them to do multiple colors. The midnight black is interestingly looking, even though it is going to be super fingerprinty. However, there is going to be some interesting trade-offs.
The OnePlus 6 runs on Android 8.1 with some thoughtful interactions on it without the cluttered unnecessary functions which usually is done. So you get a clean Android experience on it, which many people want, and they don't want another skin on it like how Samsung or any of the other phones do it. But you could say the phone is really clean, really direct to what you want, and you can customize it however much you can. But when you buy it, you're going to get a clean Android experience, really buttery, really good, and worth the money.
Now the OnePlus 6 has a very unique feature. There's a full reading option, and what it does is it turns the phone full grayscale and warms the display just a little bit. Kind of feels like you're reading off a book or a newspaper. Now this reading feature is maybe seen in other phones as well, but what makes it different in the OnePlus 6 is that you can turn it on and off according to the app that you're using, for example the Amazon Kindle. In addition to the reading mode, there's one more mode known as the night mode, in which the phone completely turns into a slightly yellowish reddish color, in which it's better for the eyes and it helps you read better. Now down to the camera, it's got some major upgrades from the previous versions, a 60 megapixel main sensor camera as well as a 20 megapixel telephoto option. But the main sensor had to be upgraded with not only optical image stabilization, but it's gone a bit larger than it was before. It takes pictures really fast compared to other Android phones that take a while. Shots are pretty good with keeping in mind the details and highlights in HDR mode. Now, there's really not anything that is missing, so with the telephoto camera we're going to lose a little bit of sharpness, but I'm actually not disappointed. We're also going to be getting some decent slow motion options with the OnePlus. Now the OnePlus 6 shoots 720p at 480 fps, and my personal favorite is the 1080p at 240 frames per second. You're still going to get decent quality, but it's going to slow down and still give you the look that you're looking for. The OnePlus 6 is running Android Oreo 8.1 with Oxygen OS on top. Now it's going to be fairly light skinned, so generally speaking OnePlus doesn't add a lot of blot, and they actually legitimately have useful features, and one of which has to do with the notch. Now if for some reason you hate the look on the notch, you can actually turn it off in the settings. Now in the settings, either you will turn on and off the notch. Now any other app won't be able to take advantage of that top area, although you still will be able to use stuff like your status bar and everything that's going to be tucked up in there in the corner. The fingerprint sensor is really fast and it's right where you expect it to be, right below the camera bar, which is a little large on the phone, and actually for small hands it's going to be a little difficult reaching, but the response time is impeccably fast and satisfying.
I have to admit though, you're getting an entire flagship level phone specs on something which is almost half the price of the current flagship phones compared to the iPhone X, Galaxy S9, which are already really priced, which many of us can't afford. But something that OnePlus 6 has always gone after is about the fans, and as well as the consumers, the tech community particularly and on a budget. So you could say for 30,000 or less, you're getting a really good price for all these specs. You're getting two back-facing cameras. Sorry about that. A really good selfie camera. I posted the reviews on that as the video proceeds, and you're getting all you could ask for. Sometimes in phones which have two cameras, the primary camera is really good, whereas the second camera is not that good. But you won't find that at all in this phone. So you're getting two cameras in this phone. One is a 20 megapixel camera and the main sensor camera, which is 60 megapixel, which is the main camera. Now the 20 megapixel camera is a telephoto lens and it has a lot of really good modes. One of them being portrait mode. Portrait mode is really. They tried to do something like the iPhone 10 and the Google Pixel 2, but they kind of didn't reach there. But they're on it, and I feel the software update is going to fix everything. Really, hope you guys wait for the update. And what else can I say? It shoots video, slow motion video anywhere guys are interested in. Yeah, it shoots really good slow motion video. It means higher frame rates, and it has one of very big things people don't know: image stabilization while doing video, 4K recording, and each of these phones come in about like different modes: 64 GB, 128 GB, and 256 GB. I think I'm not sure. So yeah, overall, I just want to tell you guys that this phone is a phone meant for the people who really want a flagship performance but can't really afford one. This is aimed at that, as well as given a little bit of time, OnePlus is going to come up with really good phones, even better than this. Right now, this is one of the top 5 phones you can say in the market right now, next to the iPhone 10, S9, Huawei P20 Pro. Yeah.